Hello everyone, welcome to North Quincy High School at the Walter Cap Bryan Gymnasium, where tonight the number 1 seed North Quincy Red Raiders will play host to the number 8 seed Quincy Presidents in the Division I South Tournament quarterfinals. My name is Jonathan Caleri. I'm being joined by Jim Timmons. And Jim, we've been here for about 45 minutes now, and it's been a packed house since then. This is only the second time in city history that these two teams have met in the playoffs. The first time was March 1st, 1980, and North Quincy had a 1-point victory, 50-49. North Quincy's Bill O'Connell hit a game-winning shot with 2 seconds left to get the victory for the Red Raiders. So certainly a thriller back in 1980, and I'm sure we're in for another thrilling game here tonight at North Quincy.
Yeah, and interestingly, in that 1980 game, it was a very successful and heavily favored Quincy squad squaring off against a gritty North Quincy team. I remember that group well. My younger brother Bill, the final of the Timmons boys in the line of basketball players who had somewhere between mediocre and abrupt careers in high school basketball. But the play was designed to go to my brother Bill, but Billy O'Connell, who was another Montclair kid, cut in front, got the pass, and threw up a great jumper that he still talks about in 2014. It was a real highlight of his career and a great moment. But interestingly, John, the Quincy High team comes in much like the North team in 1980. They're underdogs, they're gritty, they're really fierce competitors, and they've the only team that has defeated North Quincy High this season.
Yeah, North Quincy comes into the record now with a record of 20-1. They were the Patriot League champions outright, undefeated in the league. Quincy comes into the record now with 15-6. Actually, North Quincy's 21-1, I should say, after their victory against Newton South on Wednesday night. And Quincy, again, 15-6. They beat Barnstable. Both teams with good victories in the first round. North Quincy with a 1-point victory, 67-66 over Newton South. Quincy beating Barnstable 58-51. Both teams trailed in the games. Quincy trailed by 14 with about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And Quincy then had a big comeback, a strong fourth quarter. And it was highlighted by 2 big steals late in the fourth quarter to tie and then take the lead in that game. And then the Presidents pulled out. North Quincy, a little bit different story in the fourth quarter for them. They had to hold on to the lead against Newton South. The Lions came out and went right down to the ending. And it was a little bit of a controversial ending, Jim, at North Quincy that game. There was a couple of whistles at the end. North Quincy's Jackie Chen stole the ball and went in for a layup to look like a win the game, but the officials called it a kick ball. Replays looked like it was a steal and just happened to go off his foot, not like he actually kicked the ball. Nonetheless, both teams won, and we're here tonight for this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what Quincy did in their tournament game was reminiscent of what they did here in the first game against North Quincy. They really clamped down defensively. The Quincy High squad, very athletic. They've got some guys who are first-class athletes on the football field, here on the basketball court. And when they clamped down on Barnstable in that game, they really turned the tide, and it was the defense. So we're going to watch tonight for how North Quincy reacts to the Quincy defensive pressure. We're going to see if Quincy can set a defensive tone here. It's going to be very interesting. I got to tell you, cameraman, who was working the camera tonight for us?
Steve Palmentier.
Steve is going to learn a lot about life as a local cable guy. He's up in the stands. He's got a great camera shot now, but the stands are just jam-packed. I'm sure he's going to get overheated. When the North kids came out, they were actually booed lustily by this Quincy crowd that's here. We've got both sides of the gym packed with blue and red and black. The bleachers are out under the hoop on the south side of the gym, east side of the gym. So it's just an unbelievable atmosphere here.
Yeah, you talked about the defense. North Quincy, one of the best defensive teams in the state. They only allowed 45 points per game this season, and that was easily the best in Division I South. So I'm sure we're going to be in for a great defensive battle here tonight. Real quick, we're going to go down to our PA announcer for our starting lineups.
Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for...
Well, actually, they're reading the MIA sportsmanship statement. So I mentioned North Quincy 45 points per game. Quincy has allowed 63 points per game. Quincy, however, has scored more points per game. They're averaging 70 points for. North Quincy 61 points for.
Yeah, and North Quincy has a couple of weapons. One of them, Kyle Richardson, a phenomenal athlete, a guard who can guard from baseline to baseline and really pressure the ball. And then they've got the guy that a lot of people are talking about, not only here in Quincy but across the state, Anthony Green, the 6'9" center. He's a game changer, the way he can react in the lane, affect shots, block shots, so going to be very interesting.
I believe right now they're honoring the veterans of our country who are in attendance, certainly quite a lot in attendance here tonight. And as you can see on your screen, the North Quincy ROTC will be the color guard. And here we are for the starting lineups. We'll come back in just one moment.
The junior, number 33, Drew Myers. Starting third at forward, the junior, number 5, James Lamb, captain. Starting fourth at guard, a senior, number 14, Brendan Cunningham, captain. And starting fifth at forward, the junior, number 15, J.T. Payne, captain. The head coach of the Presidents, David Barrett. Lineup for your Red Raiders. Starting first at forward, a junior, number 3, Solomon Hughes. Starting second at guard, a junior, number 21, Matt Rockets. Starting third at center, a senior, number 33, Anthony Green. Starting fourth at forward, a senior, number 21, Captain Ethel Puka. Starting fifth at guard, a senior, number 12, Captain Kyle Richardson. Head coach for the Raiders, Kevin Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all now please rise and remove any hats as our nation's colors are presented by the North Quincy High Junior Air Force ROTC program. Ladies and gentlemen, singing our national anthem this evening will be North Quincy students Natasha and Katie Sauter and Cindy Hazelton.
So proudly we
great rendition of our national anthem there by some North Quincy High School students. Congratulations, them. That was a fantastic version. And real quick, we're going to run down these starting lineups first for the visiting presidents. Number 3, junior Colin Evans. Number 5, junior James Lamb. Number 14, senior captain Brendan Cunningham. Number 15, junior captain JT Bain. And number 33, junior Drew Myers. For the Red Raiders, number 3, junior Solomon Umorin. Number 12, captain senior Kyle Richardson. Number 21, junior Matt Chirakis. Number 31, co-captain senior Ethan Butka. And number 33, senior Anthony Green.
I'll tell you, the guy I'm going to focus on early, and I can put this pressure on him now because we're not live, is number 12, Kyle Richardson for the Red Raiders. I want to take just keep an eye on him, see how he reacts to the pressure. He's going to set the tone. He and Butka will set the tone for these Red Raiders coming out. On the Quincy perspective, it's a little different situation. Bain is a very emotional guy, and he's clearly the vocal leader on this team. But I'm a big James Lamb fan, John, as you know. Leader as the quarterback of the football team, great athlete, very competitive. So we're going to look at those two guys and how they get off here.
All right, we're underway, and North Quincy will control the tip. Richardson starts with the ball, Butka up top. Looking down low for Green, and he gets fouled, and count the basket. Anthony Green gets off quickly.
Quincy coming out early with the man-to-man, and North Quincy looking to exploit the Green factor by getting the ball inside early. Great job. Nice hustle by Richardson there on the deflection. So North with a nice opening possession. Those always help, John. That breaks the ice for all the players when the team comes out well offensively.
North Quincy a little bit of pressure. Drew Myers shoots the 3, no good. And fight down low, Butka comes up with it. Umorin with the ball. Down low to Green, being defended by Bain. Butka 23 points against Newton South in the first round. Umorin kicks it out. Chirakis wide open 3, no good. Ball gets tipped around and into the hands of Drew Myers.
Yeah, Green had nice position, but great job by Bain of reacting to the ball. There's that pressure we talked about by Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson's one of the best defenders in the Patriot League. And coming up there, JT Bain with a big 2 points for Quincy.
Yeah, as I said, that kid is just a gritty, tough athlete. He took it inside. Nice job by Bain.
Richardson uses a screen from Butka. Can't go anywhere else, though. Chirakis driving in and nowhere to go. Cut off. He has Butka up top, though. Bain with the rebound.
Bain very effectively boxing out Green here in these first few possessions.
Lamb, bad pass out of bounds.
Yeah, Lamb missed the connection with Drew Myers. Myers is a shooter, a very effective three-point shooter. He's going to look to get off from the perimeter. We'll watch for that as well. He's not been able to get the ball yet.
Richardson finds Green down low, and he dunks it in.
Great job by Richardson. As we said, he's one of the keys for the Red Raiders. Great dribble penetration. He kicked it off to Green for the nice finish.
4-2, North Quincy up early. Colin Evans with the ball now on the wing, driving in, kicks off to Myers, shoots the 3, and it's good. Drew Myers, 3 points for Quincy. They take a 5-4 lead.
Myers has had a terrific February. He's been on fire, MVP in the Moscadelli tournament. Great start for him. A shooter likes to hit his first shot.
And coming up with that shot was Kyle Richardson. He can't get it to fall. Another rebound for JT Bain, and taken away there by Richardson. He throws it off to Umorin and taken away now by Colin Evans. He'll help the Skelter play, and a foul's called. And foul's going to be called on Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson applying defensive pressure. That's actually not a bad foul. Obviously, you don't want to see one of you guys picking up fouls early on, but Richardson is really pressuring the ball. They've got Bain. They got Bain out for a minute. He looks upset over something.
James Lamb around it. The rim can't go. Comes into the hands of Kyle Richardson. Christian Callahan is checked in for the Presidents. And count the basket.
Oh.
Richardson, a tough hoop, and he'll go to line for a three-point play.
I'll tell you what, Kyle Richardson has just come out on fire here. He missed a three, came down 2 straight defensive possessions with great pressure, and that's a terrific dribble penetration by Richardson.
And he gets the basket to go, three-point play, 7-5, North Quincy. That last foul was on Brendan Cunningham, his first.
They've got Umorin. North is out in a 2-3 here. Their guards, Umorin and Richardson, are terrific athletes, able to cover a lot of ground on the perimeter.
They fight for the rebound. North Quincy comes up with it. Richardson trying to use the screen. Nice pass to Drakis. And Kyle Richardson, as you said, Jim, has come out on fire. That's a three-pointer, and Coach Perry's going to call timeout for the Presidents. 10-5 North Quincy.
Well, I'll tell you what I did say was I was going to look at Richardson early on as one of the keys, and what leadership he's showing here, John. As you said, he has come out on fire. He missed his first three, but a nice lesson for our young viewers out there. Richardson missed his first shot. He didn't let it bother him a bit. He just went back defensively and really put intense pressure on out there. And he's created some opportunities for himself off the defensive flow. Great job by Richardson. North Quincy with a nice start here. They're out 10-5. Quincy got Bain out early. He came out and he looked a little distressed. Not sure what was going on there, John. They've got Christian Callahan in for him now. And as we said, North in a 2-3 zone. Quincy's playing man-to-man. North's perimeter guys, Umorin and Richardson, really covering a lot of ground out there on that three-point arc.
Colin Evans with the ball, back over to Lamb, top of the key. He finds some space, drives in, and Anthony Green with a block. Jump ball. And it'll be Quincy possession.
Yeah, this is what we talked about at the outset. The Green factor. He just put his arms up and was able to block that. Lamb stayed in the play, fought Green for the ball, forced a jump, and it's Quincy on the possession arrow.
And the shot clock reset.
And yeah, old friend Martin Dunham over at the scorer's table. Martin did a terrific job in the game that he did with you about a week or two ago. I was worried I was going to lose my position here. Show up tonight, they'd have a broom ready for me.
They set the shot clock back to 19. Christian Callahan comes out, takes a quick shot, no good. Lamb comes down with the board. And foul called on the floor.
Yeah, they caught Drakis there out of position. He's called for the block. Quincy doing a nice job of trying to penetrate against this Red Raider pressure. They're trying to dribble penetrate against the zone, which is atypical, but because of 2-3, they're trying to attack off the dribble.
4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Cunningham wide open for three, and he drains it.
There's one of the issues with a 2-3. You're a little slack on the perimeter. If Quincy keeps hitting those three-pointers, North is going to have to make an adjustment. North
has played basically man-to-man the entire season, Jim, so a little surprised they come out with the zone to start the game. Pass down low to Anthony Green, and he gets fouled. We'll see who they get the foul on. They're going to get it on Lamb.
So Bain and Lamb each have a foul. North is just going to keep looking inside here as long as Quincy's in this man-to-man. I'm not sure what adjustments, what ability to adjust here Quincy's going to have. It's one of the reasons that head coach Dave Perry gets paid all the big dough he's getting. If Green's hitting his foul shots, that's going to be a big factor here, because he's definitely going to be going to the line, John.
All right, Drakis checks out, and checking in is number 23, Jackie Chen.
Chen's been a nice surprise for the Red Raiders this year. Solid shooting from the perimeter. Been a great contributor.
12-8's our score. 3:38 left to go here in the quarter. Christian Callahan, a running jumper, gets it to go.
Yeah, again, the penetration against the zone off the dribble. Nice finish by Callahan.
Richardson working against Cunningham. He drives in, and he's going to go to the line.
Yeah, there's a rather significant quickness edge there. Obviously, these teams know each other very well. Once Richardson saw that matchup, Barrett called for that clear out. That was just a simple little dribble penetration by Richardson against the pressure. He misses the front end here. He's shooting 2.
All right, Kevin Williams and JT Bain check in, and going to the bench are Cunningham and Evans.
Yeah, good job by Perry of trying to rotate guys. Let the initial excitement subside a bit.
And Richardson misses both. You don't see that happen too often.
All right, North has switched back to man-to-man, John, after the initial zone. They're in man-to-man. Butka on Lamb.
And nice job there. JT Bain gets it down low, and the little baby hook ties up the game at 12. Salma Uwarren quickly bring the ball up. Jackie Chen open for 3. No good. Nice pressure there by Drew Myers. Callahan again in the paint. Wide shot, and it goes in. Counted. I think I say no. It hit the wire
hit
above.
The shot clock.
Yeah, so it hit the wire right by the shot clock. So they're going to say no basket. So a tough break there for the Presidents. But a foul's called on Anthony Green.
Well, I'll tell you what, we didn't talk about Christian Callahan coming out, but here's a nice surprise for the Presidents in this first quarter. Callahan providing some offensive excitement here. Took the ball right to Green. We're going to have a problem, folks. You can see on our video, as we said, our cameraman is up there right in the middle of just a crowd of Quincy folks. Hopefully he can get them to cooperate and not ruin our view, but perhaps not.
Tyler Beach is checked in for the Presidents, and Callahan misses both. Richardson with the rebound.
Yeah, a little nervousness, edginess at the outset. That's how the foul shooting's a problem.
Nice pass there by Butka, and we're going to have a charge called on Uwarren. JT Bain stuck in there, and Uwarren ran into him.
Yeah, Solomon's a real slasher. Once he goes to the hoop, he really accelerates and goes hard. That time, nice defensive position by Quincy. Uwarren picks up the charge. And that's the 4th team foul for the Red Raiders. Both teams have 4 team fouls.
As I mentioned, Tyler Beach checked into the game. Kyle Richardson on him. Callahan won the ball. Callahan had a great game against Barnstable and had a big 10 points against North Quincy when they met on Valentine's Day. 5 on the shot clock. James Lamb with it. He's able to get it off and can't get it to go. Callahan there with a rebound, another tip. And finally coming down with it's Anthony Green.
I'll tell you, great job by Callahan inside there again. All right, both teams man-to-man now.
Uwarren with the ball slipped a little bit on the court. That held them up. North Quincy's going to reset. 10 on the shot clock. Nice move by Richardson. Can't get it to fall. Bain comes up with a rebound. Bain trying to get Green to bite on the 3. Nothing happening there. Long 2 for Land, no good. Green with the rebound. And we have a foul on the floor.
They got Callahan on that one.
His first, team's fifth.
That's his first, the 5th on Quincy.
Into the game for Quincy, number 33, Drew Myers.
Parry doing a nice job, John, of rotating players. Solomon Umoran's going out, and Coach Barrett's going to get Matt Girakis back in. Right now he's got Girakis and Chen in, both of whom seemed a little nervous at the outset here. So we'll see how the perimeter shooting for North's affected.
Drew Myers checked back in for Tyler Beach for the Presidents. 12-12, under a minute now to go in the first quarter. Green a long 2, no good. Myers with the board.
Yeah, that time you had Butker and Green outside the lane. Neither one of them. They had Chen was the only guy down low. I'm sure that's not what Coach Barrett wants to see from his offense.
Lamb working one-on-one against Butka. Nothing there. 8 on the shot clock. Nice defense by Girakis on Kevin Williams. And Bain can't get the roll. Nice tip by Callahan.
I'll tell you what, they got to get a body on Callahan down low. They're not boxing him out. And Christian Callahan has really impacted what's gone on here in this game early on.
Jackie Chen with the ball, 7 on the game clock. Green, nice fake by him, and a huge dunk by Anthony Green.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
And that is the end of the quarter.
Buzzer went off.
Wow.
That's one way to end a quarter.
Wow. An exclamation point to end the quarter. And with the dunk, we are tied at 14.
Yeah, with authority, as they say. Green's got 8. Kyle Richardson has 6. They're the 2 guys we said we were going to look at. The initial nervousness for some of the Red Raiders hopefully will wear off. From the Quincy perspective, nice surprise. Christian Callahan contributing on the boards, on the offensive end. Really solid first quarter. Drew Myers hit one of his first threes. He had a couple there. He hit one of them. But no one consistently contributing on the offensive end for Quincy. It was distributed fairly evenly. Cunningham and Myers with 3s. Callahan had 2 hoops, and then Bain. JT Bain doing a very nice job. He's being covered when North went man-to-man. He's being covered by Green, John. And Bain staying out on the perimeter, trying to keep Green out of the paint to create opportunities for the Quincy High players. Quincy relying on the dribble penetration, putting a lot of pressure on their guards to perform, and they've done a nice job here. Nice first quarter to get things started here, 14-14, and North Quincy's going to start with the ball to begin the second quarter.
Colin Evans is checked back in for the Presidents to start the second period. Oh, and travel going to be called on Kyle Richardson. Thought he had Girakis, but Girakis was running to his spot. Lamb top of the key against Butka.
Now they've got Bain posting up. He's in a high post position, trying to move around and create some space in the paint.
Drew Myers, that's a 2 for Drew Myers, a long 2. Drew Myers, that was his 5th point here tonight.
Yeah, and he's a shooter. He's going to feel good about the fact that his jumper seems to be flowing. That could be a big factor in tonight's game.
Butka working against Lamb. Nice little move by Ethan Butka.
Yeah, Butka is a real talent, John, and he's a guy who North Quincy's got to get some points out of, and he did not score in the first quarter. So it's nice from the Raider perspective to see Butka get off early in the second quarter.
16-16, long 3 from Drew Myers, in and out. Anthony Green with the rebound.
Yeah, that was NBA range there. He looked comfortable with it, though.
Booker's going to take a long 3 himself and can't get the roll. JT Bain comes up with the board. Callahan backdoor pass to Lamb, and it's turned over. Excuse me, it's going to go off the feet of Butka. So it'll be Quincy ball with 16 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you can see along the baseline, it's too deep down there. There's really no room to move. They've got stands at the other baseline. This place is absolutely jam-packed.
Shot by Bain, no good. Jackie Chen skies up for the rebound. Smallest guy on the court, he brings it down.
Oh, yeah, he's very aggressive. He and Richardson have just energized the buddies out there.
Chen, he's open, shoots the three, and it's good. Jackie Chen for three gives North Quincy a 19-16 lead.
Tell you what, if Chen gets going, John, Dave Parry and the Presidents are going to have some problems here.
Drew Myers driving in, floater, no good. Booker with the rebound. Booker thought about the three, but realized JT Bain was right behind him, so held off.
Yeah, good decision by Booker.
Jackie Chen was had a fantastic start to the season, and then towards midway, he hit a little bit of a cold streak, but he found his shot again towards the end of the season and has continued here in the playoffs. Timeout was called. North Quincy couldn't find anything to pass it to. So with 15 on the shot clock and 5:40 on the game clock here in the second quarter, North Quincy with a 3-point lead, 19-16 over the Presidents.
Yeah, without getting into particulars, you can just see that a couple of the boys are really nervous, and Barrett's got a timeout here just to remind some of the kids about what's going on out there and what they have to do. Execution's been a little sloppy by North Quincy on the offensive end, and not necessarily because of the Quincy pressure. Quincy's been very solid defensively, but when North has executed, they've been able to get their shots. On the other end of the floor, John, very, very impressed by the President offense. North's a very capable defensive team, but the Presidents have not let the perimeter pressure bother them. They've been able to handle Richardson, Umorin, and Jackie Chen well. They've got the ball inside, and they've really neutralized the Anthony Green factor by just taking the ball to the hoop. Big surprise here early on, although he's been a little quiet in the second quarter, Christian Callahan. We'll see what he livens up here.
Green down low. Hook shot is no good. Too strong off the glass. Bain comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, these backboards are the friendliest backboards in the United States of America, John. So if Anthony went too strong, I'm sure he'll be able to make that adjustment.
Colin Evans working against Jackie Chen. And left hook there is no good. Drakus comes down with the rebound. Anthony Green, long two, and it's good. Anthony Green has hit that all season long. Continues here tonight, 21-16, North Quincy on top. Anthony Green, 10 points.
You know, it's funny that every kid who's over 6'4", the coach wants them on the block, and the kid wants to be on the perimeter doing what Anthony just did, firing up jumpers.
Drew Myers along two, and he hits it.
Nice answer by Myers.
Anthony Green in the Patriot League All-Star game, Jim, hit 6 3-pointers, so he can hit it from the outside.
Yeah. I'm sure Kevin Barrett was not happy about that at all because he doesn't want it getting into his head that that's where he belongs, you know.
Booker driving in. Nice defense by James Lamb.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. And as I said early on about Lamb, just a terrific athlete. There's a three by Booker off the jump switch.
6-point lead, 24-18, North Quincy.
Lamb, I was saying, has been very solid on Booker. Booker scored there on the switch.
Nice pass there by Bain, and gets Colin Evans on the cut.
Great pass by Bain. Nice backdoor cut by Evans and a good finish by Colin Evans off a great pass by Bain.
Jaraka's tough drive, can't get it to go. Lamb with the rebound.
Yeah, bodies everywhere and a no call.
JT Bain was going to try to kick it out to Callahan, but Callahan comes in and finishes it off. Christian Callahan coming up big here in this game as he has in the past couple of games for the Presidents. 6 points tonight, 24-22, North Quincy.
You know, the other factor here, Callahan is covering the point guard, Kyle Richardson. So you've got a guy who's looking to shut down North Quincy's point operation. he's covering the, the smallest guy on the court, and then he's really playing big ball down on the offensive end. Callahan's been the guy in the paint, several offensive rebounds and nice finishes.
Paul Evans driving into the paint again, goes backdoor to Callahan, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I think they got Chen. Yeah, they got Jackie Chen on that one.
Quincy, number 23, Jackie Chen, is first, team's 5th at the line for Quincy. Number 25.
That's a 15 foul against North Quincy. The Presidents also have 5 team fouls. 2:58 left to go in the first half.
Foul shooting continues to be ineffectual here.
Jim, you can see in the corners of the gym there, they're about 5 or 6 deep. As we talked about how busy it is here tonight.
Yeah, it's really something. There's nowhere to park, and once you're in here, there's nowhere to sit.
Butker with the ball, nice move, him drives in and loses it, goes into the hands of Callahan. Credit Kevin Williams, who's checked in with a steal.
Yeah, nice job by Williams, a junior. There are a number of very talented juniors on this Quincy squad. Yeah, that looked like a travel as well. You only get one pivot foot in the game, and Kevin tried 2, so made a very nice play down the defensive end, and that's where he can make a difference here. He's on Putka now, trying to give Lamb a bit of a break. Solomon Yamorin back in, and he's got the ball down
And a jump
low.
ball, nice job by James Lamb to get the block on that. And it'll be a jump ball, President's possession.
North Quincy's going to extend its pressure. They've got Yamorin and Richardson in. So Quincy reacts by giving the ball to Lamb, who's covered by Budka. Nice little adjustment.
Little weave at the top of the key for the Presidents. Callahan driving in, nice little jump step, and he gets it to fall. And he gives the Presidents a 1-point lead, 25-24, with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Tell you what, Christian Callahan is having the game of his life here.
Butka driving in, tough layup, and a tough drive for Butka, and he gets it to fall. Butka 7 points here in the second quarter. Callahan, great crossover, he drives in again, and gets taken away by Umorin. Kai Richardson floater, it's good off the board.
Nice job by Chen and Richardson, converting that opportunity.
So after Quincy takes a 1-point lead, North comes back with a quick 4-0 run, 28-25 North Quincy. Richardson tipped it away, so no backcourt. And we're going to have a blocking foul called on Umorin.
Solomon's got 2 now. I'll tell you what, North Quincy can really ratchet up the pressure with this group that's in there. They have Umorin, Richardson, and Chen. They're going to give Chen a break and get Girakis in. Little shift here. They're going to put Umorin on Lamb. Actually, John, they've gone to 1-3-1 here.
And there's a trap in the corner, and Booker gets the turnover. Fight for the ball. And going to call a jump ball. James Lamb was down on the floor. It'll be North Quincy possession still.
Nice job by Barrett. He brought in Girakis and went to a 1-3-1. I missed it, and Quincy missed it as well. Quincy bringing in a guy who's one of my favorites, Johnny Marcinelli, a senior. He's a guy who comes in and really contributes. He'll give you a couple of minutes here or there, and very productive defensively. He's not going to hurt you on offense. He moves the ball very well. He's had a terrific senior season. They're going to put him on Richardson.
Richardson drives in. Shot no good. Bain comes down with the rebound. 39 seconds left to go in the quarter. Nice defense by Booker on Lamb. Lamb was trying to get something to happen. Nothing there. Colin Evans with the ball now. Jackie Chen, great defense, preventing the baseline drive. 10 on the shot clock. JT Bain with it, looking for some help. Kevin Williams with the ball now. 5 on the shot clock, and it blocked by Girakis.
Nice job by Girakis.
7 on the game clock. Booker can't get it to go, and no tip, and that is the end of the quarter. An exciting first half at North Quincy High School, and the Red Raiders with a 3-point lead over the Presidents, 28-25. Jim, this has been an exciting game. We've done a lot of games in our career at QATV, and this is only the first half. This has been right up there. Part of it with the entire crowd, part of it being in the playoffs, but the players have come out to play both teams here tonight.
Oh yeah, the intensity is absolutely awesome. The North Quincy High gym is electric. It's packed with students and alums. There's a lot of great names in Quincy basketball lore, Quincy history here in the gym watching the game, and these boys have really lived up to all the hype. A 28-25 halftime lead for North Quincy, but I'll tell you what, John, the Presidents are right there. They're playing their ball game, and it should be an exceptional second half.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout here at the half. So again, North Quincy 28, Quincy 25. We'll be back in a few moments with second half coverage. Welcome back, everyone, to North Quincy High School. We're at the half. The Red Raiders have a 3-point lead over the Presidents, 28-25. Real quick, we'll run down the scoring recap. First for the Red Raiders, Anthony Green has 10. Kyle Richardson has 8. Ethan Butka has 7. Jackie Chen has 3. For the Presidents, Christian Callahan has 9. Drew Myers has 7. JT Bain has 4. Brendan Cunningham has 3. Colin Evans has 2. Jim, it's been an up-and-down game at points. Talk about your thoughts on the first half.
Yeah, well, it was interesting. North Quincy came out, and they kept things simple offensively. They were focusing on getting the ball inside to Green. It was very effective, and they were keeping themselves at a 5-6 point lead. They kind of got away from that, never really reestablished an offensive flow. Everything that North has done tonight has really come from the defensive end. That's where they've dictated things. On the Quincy side of the ball, they've actually had a pretty balanced game, Sean. They've done very well defensively. They've taken everything away from North Quincy that North wanted to do in a very effective way. And on offense, they've been very dogged. North came out early with an effective 2-3 defense, pressuring the perimeter. Quincy reacted to that with some dribble penetrations. They got the ball inside. Big surprise, Christian Callahan. He's been the guy who's been the leader in the first half for Quincy, no question. And if he can keep that up, should be an interesting second half, because we know that other guys from Quincy can contribute some. Lamb has been very effective defensively, less so offensively. We'll see if that changes. And then we'll see if North Quincy goes back to trying to bang the ball inside to Green. We'll see how Butka does. He was no points first quarter. He had 7 in the second. You could tell that he was getting a little anxious and a little aggressive offensively. We'll see if that continues. So should be an exciting second half here against two teams that are really going at it.
And they're just about to pass the ball in, and it looks like there's some debris on the court.
And we've got an elderly retiree out there on the floor helping clean it up, Kenny McPhee.
Looked like he was the one that pointed it out, actually.
Yeah. Ken, one of the greats, not just here at North, but in the Quincy public school system.
And taken away by Richardson with a steal.
North came out with a 1-3-1 there, really pressuring the ball on the perimeter. Kevin Barrett wants to dictate flow from the defensive end, and there they go, right to Green inside.
And he's going to get it, and the foul. Anthony Green right off the bat gets 2 points for the Raiders.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's what we talked about, John. They started the game that way. You can tell Barrett told them in the locker room, listen, guys, this is not rocket science. Let's try to exploit our advantage with Anthony Green inside. And they get the ball right inside. Great entry pass by Budka.
And he nails it.
Those are the 3-pointers that Kevin Barrett wants to see Anthony Green making. They're back in that 1-3-1 again. Really
Drew Myers
extended.
shoots the 3, no good off the back of the rim. Richardson with a rebound. Quickly up the court now. And Booker was trying to go baseline. He gets fouled. Looks like it'll be Drew Myers getting called for the foul.
Yeah, that's his first team. No one's really in foul trouble here, John. That's not a factor as of yet in this game.
Shot there, no good. Lamb with the rebound.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a launch by Efton. Oh!
And nice look down low, but Colin Evans can't convert it.
No look pass by J.T. Bay. No one was expecting that, and by the time Colin got it, he was under the backboard, so difficult shot to finish with.
Butker for 3, and it's good.
Well, North has come out of the locker room. They're up 9 now. This is the start they wanted. Umorin putting intense pressure out top.
Nice job there. Brendan Cunningham has checked into the game and gets 2 points.
Yeah, nice job. He attacked the 1-3-1 from the interior there.
Down low, out of bounds. Looks like it'll remain Quincy ball. Richardson down low to Anthony Green, and nice job by Colin Evans for the steal.
Yeah, great help.
Lamb with 3, no good, too strong off the back. Cunningham with a big offensive rebound, and a jump ball's called.
Yeah, nice job by Green of reaching in and tying the ball up. Quincy is trying to bring some weak side help along the baseline to double up on Green. That time, Colin Evans did a terrific job of getting in there and creating the turnover. So Quincy trying to react here. It's a North Quincy lead of 7, North with the ball. North has definitely come out of the locker room and set the tempo here coming out. Quincy now reacting, Sean, and they're doing so on the defensive end of the floor very nicely.
Myers stopped 3, no good. And 2 Quincy Presidents could not come up with it, but Brendan Cunningham does. Bain with a drive. Looked like Green got a piece of that.
I'll tell you what, Quincy is banging the boards and North is very passive. And Bain makes them pay for that. Great job by J.T. Bain. He stuck a 3.
Christian Callahan has checked into the game for the Presidents. Butka shot around the rim and in.
Nice little step back pop by Efton Butker. He's so talented, John.
Nice fake there by Cunningham, but he kicks it back out. Myers a 3, that's no good. Ball gets tipped away and into the hands of Richardson. And Green with a lay-in. And Green got hit in the head. Looked like he bumped into a President's player. And he's down the floor.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He caught one just off the side of the jaw, but he's fine. I'll tell you what, Red Raiders came out of the locker room and did exactly what Coach Barrett asked of them. They 1-3-1 extended. They created some pressure on the perimeter, rattled the Quincy offense a bit, and then down the offensive end, they banged it inside to Green, who finished. North extended a lead tonight. Quincy came back very gritty defensively, made some adjustments. The lead is still at 8 here, but Quincy has done a nice job of reacting. North has to keep up the defensive pressure and then finish down the other end of the floor. Going to be Quincy ball. North scored. There was no foul called on that play. They stopped play to allow Green to recover here. He has to come out now, at least one whistle, because they had his coach out on the floor.
And a nice shot there by the Presidents. That was Callahan, I believe, on the basket. 38-32. Butka, he's open for 3. He shoots it and can't get the roll. Callahan with the rebound.
North brought in Greg Clark, a senior.
And great drive there by Callahan.
And Quincy's taking the ball right to him early on.
38-34, the Red Raiders on top of the Presidents. Coming up on 3:30 left to go in the third quarter, excuse me. Butka, he shoots the 3, and it's good. Ethan Butka, another 3-pointer. He has 15 points tonight. 41-34, North Quincy.
Yeah, he's got 15 after scoring nothing in the first quarter. He's just such a talented ball player.
Kevin Williams with the ball, and Greg Clark almost took it away. And Lamb goes in, and he'll draw the foul.
They got Girakis to that one on the reach-in, John. And they're going to get Green back in. That was the whistle they needed. Greg Clark did a very nice job of reacting. As soon as he came in off the bench, he was covering Callahan. Callahan took it to the hoop on 2 straight possessions. Clark could have got a little rattled, but he kept battling. He did a solid job on this last possession, and now they're going to get Green back in. Lamb's first point of the game there, that foul shot, John.
Yeah, a little surprising he's gone so long without it, but he makes both of them. 41-36.
Callahan going full court to pressure on Richardson. Richardson can handle this type of thing. Well, they're trying to take a little time off the shot clock.
Looking down low for Booker on the block. And tough move by him. He gets the rebound back. Ball's loose on the floor, and a jump ball's called.
Yeah, Butker was just getting swarmed when he was down on the post. And he hasn't got the type of beef. He's not big enough to really get physical down low. He's talking to one of the refs, imploring that he got banged up pretty good. But they've let a lot of that bang and go here. They're letting the boys play. And this late in the game, you have to make that adjustment. I like how Girakis has settled down. That can be a factor for North in the second half. He wasn't in the flow in the first half, but he's looked a lot better here in the second half, John. The shift to the zone helped him.
Bain had a little stutter step there, almost lost it. Callahan with the ball back over the Lamb now. 8 on the shot clock. Bain, he shoots it and can't get the fall. Lamb with a rebound and in.
There's a failure to block out. And Lamb capitalizing. Great job by James Lamb. So athletic, and he hangs in there.
41-38. Butka behind the back pass from Richardson, and he hits it. Ethan Butka has come on fire here in the third quarter. 18 points and a 6-point lead for the Red Raiders, 44-38.
Butka's in his home gym, John, and he's very comfortable. He's a terrific offensive player.
Cunningham, nice drive, and too strong, can't get it to go.
North's got the lead at 6 with 1:30 to go. Richardson walking it up, good decision.
Booker uses a screen from Anthony Green, can't get it to roll.
North has gone away from Anthony Green down low, and that's something Barrett probably adjusts back to here. Anthony has not seen the ball since he went down.
Callahan drives in, but he's going to get fouled.
Yeah, I think they're going to get, thought they had Girakis, but they got Richardson. That's Kyle's second. Richardson and Girakis both have 2, along with Solomon Yamor and the 3 perimeter guys. For Quincy, Cunningham is the only player with 2.
Bain fakes it, and he gets the roll. JT Bain, a great fake. 44-40, under a minute to go in the third quarter. Jackie Chen trying to get it down low, and whistle blows. Callahan looks like a call for the foul.
It appears that some of the implications earlier there by Budka finally paid off. So Callahan picks up a foul. He's being taken out with 45 seconds to go. That takes an offensive weapon away from the president. Nice steal.
Drew Myers open for 3, no. Brendan Cunningham, another offensive rebound.
That's Richardson's third. Barrett's got to make a decision here. We'll see what he does. Richardson's got 3. He's going to leave him in.
Lamb kicks off, Kevin Williams with it. Lamb nowhere to go. And foul's going to be called, looks like on Anthony Green. That's Anthony Green's second foul.
Trying to get Evans in. With 15 seconds left, Evans is a perimeter shooter and a talented one. They get him in, possibly get him an opportunity here. Quincy's going to take the last shot. Lamb's got the ball in the backcourt, and they're going to run some time.
Lamb working against Booker, pass off to JT Bain. Bain, nice little stutter step, and he can't get it to go. And at the buzzer, that doesn't go either. James Lamb had a nice look, but couldn't get it to fall. So 44-40, North Quincy on top of Quincy after 3.
Well, not a bad quarter for both teams, John. North Quincy came out, established itself, did exactly what it wanted to do coming out of the block. Quincy ended up reacting to it very well defensively. The Presidents are not going to go away tonight. North Quincy got the lead to 9. They were exploiting their Anthony Green edge, but the Presidents came up with ways to stop them, to get North out of that flow, and they're hanging around. This is going to be a very interesting fourth quarter here, John. Presidents have no one in foul trouble, and their guys are ready to go here. North Quincy, conversely, has not consistently done anything on the offensive end. When they were in that 1-3-1, they did a great job of creating some pressure on the perimeter, but Kevin Barrett's been switching defenses. As a result, the North Quincy game hasn't really got flowing here. They did enough in the third quarter to establish 9-point lead. It's now at 4. We'll see what happens in this fourth quarter.
All right, so we enter the fourth quarter. Again, North Quincy, 4-point lead. And we're underway. Jim, the winner of this game will play Needham Newton North on, I believe it is on Tuesday, March 4th. And ball's taken away by JT Bain with a steal. And they're going to go the other way. Wow.
Richardson. A terrific job by Kyle Richardson. He established position. Colin Evans was looking around the floor for someone to get the ball to. And before he knew it, he was running over Kyle Richardson. A terrific job.
So as I mentioned, the winner of this game will play Needham versus the winner of the Needham Newton North game at UMass Boston on Tuesday the 4th. Booker along two, in and out, no good. Bain with the rebound.
North's continuing to take perimeter jumpers early on in the possession. They're not working the ball the way they did in the beginning of the third quarter.
Lamb passes back out. Evans off the back. Anthony Green with the rebound.
Tell you what, Green's got to do more of that. That was nice aggression on his part. They need him to be doing that.
JT Bain, another steal. Quickly after James Lamb, and he puts it in for two.
Nice job by Lamb of protecting the ball, jumping into Putka, and then finishing.
(44-42), 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. 10 on the shot clock for North Quincy. Jackie Chen a three around the rim and no good. Anthony Green lays it in.
Nice finish by Green. Bain, who had been doing a terrific job of boxing out, ended up on the floor there. Jackie Chen bringing some much-needed energy to this North Quincy squad here in the fourth quarter.
Download a Bain on the block against Anthony Green, and they're going to call a foul on Anthony Green there. Tough call on Green.
Yeah, well, Green that time reached in. His hands, all Anthony Green has to do is has his hands straight up, and he's very effective defensively. He broke the plane there. He reached in a bit on Bain. Bain's been very physical with Green, and Green is very tired out there, John.
He goes off the backboard for that one. Christian Callahan's going to check in for Drew Myers.
They all count, John.
And he was trying to do it again. Can't. Green with the rebound.
It's 46-43 Red Raiders.
And Putka, another three-pointer. Quincy has not had an answer for him here tonight. Putka, 21 points for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, they've been sagging low to try to take Green away. And what Putka's done, reacting here, is he's got out on the perimeter and he's hitting these threes.
Callahan can't get the tip. Green with the rebound. He's going to dribble out himself. He kicks it out. Jackie Chen loses it, but luckily Booker's there to bring it back in.
Nice job by Barrett of getting a timeout, because things are getting a little out of control out there. Barrett trying to calm everyone down. Excellent decision by Coach Barrett.
Ethan Butka, 21 points on the night. Anthony Green has 17. For the Presidents, Christian Callahan, he has 13, and JT Bain has 10. 5:24 left to go in the ball game. Red Raiders 49, the Presidents 43.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a ball game. Both teams have taken their shots at each other, and both teams have absorbed the shots, reacted, and come back. As we said when this half started, the Presidents just refused to go away. North Quincy's taken a couple of hard runs at them. The boys from the other end of the city, the Presidents, have made the adjustments, John, and done an excellent job of reacting, primarily on the defensive end.
We talked about the Division I South tournaments. This is one bracket with North Quincy and Quincy. I mentioned Needham versus Newton North. On the other side of the bracket, Catholic Memorial is playing BC High right now, and Mansfield is playing Brookline. The winner of those two games will also play at UMass Boston on March 4th, and then the finals will be at UMass at a date to be determined. Most likely, it will be Saturday, March 8th, but it still has to be finalized, so keep a lookout for those games coming up in the future.
Tell you what, the Mansfield Hornets, that high school, what a program they have. They are competing all seasons in all sports, girls and boys. It's a terrific high school, terrific atmosphere down there for athletics.
Yeah, the North Quincy girls basketball team lost to Mansfield last week in their first playoff game. Big block there by James Lamb. So yeah, the Red Raiders got bounced by Mansfield. That's actually a third year in a row, Jim. A Mansfield team has knocked out a North Quincy team in the playoffs. Previous 2 years it was the hockey team losing to Mansfield, and this year the girls basketball team.
They got Jackie Chen. Jackie had stepped in trying to take the charge. Called him for the block on Lamb. We talked about Lamb prior to the start of the game. And here's a guy who didn't score in the first half but contributed in a lot of other ways. And now here he is in the second half with the game on the line. Not afraid to take shots. He's taking the ball to the hoop at the right times. He's now 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 7 points here in the second half, and he's really been the offensive leader. Quincy had Callahan contribute very strongly in the first half. Now Lamb is the guy picking it up in the second.
Lamb makes one of two, 49-44 is our score. Richardson looking for some help. Umorin with the ball. And a nice spin move by Solomon Umorin to get it to go in.
Solomon is a terrific athlete, and he that was all athleticism there on the low post. North's back in that 1-3-1 that works so well to start the half, John.
Lamb, little stutter step fake, and he gets it over to Callahan, who finishes it off for two.
What a terrific pass by Lamb, and that was a pass, John. He was looking at him.
Callahan now on Butka. Booker kicks it off. Umorin fake the three, goes baseline, and almost taken away. Jackie Chen open for three, no good. Callahan pulls it down. Under 4 minutes to go now in the ball game. 5-point lead for the Red Raiders over the Presidents, 51-46. Callahan, quick three, no good. Just a little too strong.
Yeah, this late in the game, John, the legs start to get tired, and the three-point shot is not the favorite. Coaches, I should say. Kids keep launching, but I'm sure that both coaches want to see their boys penetrating more and getting the ball inside.
10 on the shot clock for the Red Raiders. Richardson sees it on the clock. Drives in. Umorin just gets it off, and he hits it! Oh. A fadeaway three-pointer for Solomon Umorin. That's a huge basket, 54-46, 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, that was a backbreaker type hoop because Quincy was playing some terrific defense. We're going to get a foul call there. Yeah. Quincy played terrific defense, got it right down to the buzzer, and Solomon Umorin launches a three.
All right, Drew Myers gets called for the foul, and Quincy's going to call a timeout. 2:55 left to go in the ball game. 54-46 Red Raiders.
Good timeout by Perry, because I'll tell you what, just a few short seconds ago, this was a 5-point ball game, and Quincy was coming up with a stop. Now they're down 8. North Quincy has the possession. Perry's going to calm the boys down, tell them to stick with the defense, and they're talking a little bit about what they want to do offensively. From the North Quincy perspective, this 1-3-1 defense has been terrifically effective, Every time that Barrett has gone to the 1-3-1, and he's been switching defenses all night, Quincy has had trouble solving things. With 2:55 to go, under 3 minutes, one of the other things about the 1-3-1 is Quincy's using a lot of their possession. They have 30 seconds to get a shot off, and against the 1-3-1, it's taken them 20 to 25 to get shots off. So look for Barrett and North Quincy to stay in the 1-3-1. Quincy's going to come out with some full court pressure here and try to get some shots turned over more quickly.
All right, ball gets in. Richardson with it now. Again, 54-46, North on top. Ball gets tipped, and I have a foul call against Jackie Chen. It'll go the other way.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, absolutely terrific defense down the other end by Brendan Cunningham, the senior guard. He's one of the captains, and he did a great job there of frustrating Chen. So big turnover there. Let's see if Quincy can't capitalize, John.
Lamb fakes the pass to Callahan. Shot is no good, and Richardson comes down with it.
2:20 to go. North Quincy going to take the air out of the ball a bit and try to run some clock, John.
Paul Lemons checked back in for the Presidents. JT Bain still in there as well, working against Anthony Green. Green can't get it to go, just a little too much on it. Brendan Cunningham comes up with a rebound. And a big block there by Anthony Green. Solomon Warren comes out quickly. Booker thought about the three and held up.
Yeah, good decision. Barrett wants to run clock here.
Richardson drives and has a lane. He can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for two.
He didn't hurt himself there. Richardson, there are some people under the hoop, and that's unfortunate. They gotta keep. They should be keeping people away. He rolled his ankle. Looks like they're checking the ankle. I hope it's not the knee. Could be a cramp, actually, too. One of the things I was going to talk about earlier, John, with a gym this jam-packed, it's got to be 80 degrees in here, and that saps some of the energy out of the boys as well. Hydration in basketball, it's the same thing as in football, but they have less opportunity. There are fewer breaks and everything, and these boys are going at high intensity, so the cramping issues, the fitness level of the boys, those all come into play here as you get down to the final minutes of a ball game. Both teams have gone away from the perimeter shooting. You can tell the coaches talked about that during the break. And North has done a nice job of running the clock down. There's 1:43 to go. North is up 8. We're going to have Richardson go to the line. Actually, no.
I think Richardson has to check out. And Matt Tarakis checks in.
Tarakis will shoot the foul shots. The way Richardson's reacted on the bench, he's got water and he's trying to stretch his calf muscle. That had to be a cramp.
Tarakis comes in, having not played for a few minutes, a little cold, but he sticks to first.
Yeah, great job by Matt Tarakis.
He makes them both.
Big foul shots. Lead is back to 9.
And they were originally going to let Richardson come in, but now they're not gonna.
Yeah, they can't. He can't. He has to substitute after the next whistle.
Callahan with the ball. Picks out to Drew Myers. Ball gets tipped by Umoran.
North in that 1-3-1, John.
Cunningham.
Oh! Cunningham, the senior. Brendan Cunningham, step it up. Big three-pointer. Great job by Brendan Cunningham.
And Coach Dave Parry calls a timeout immediately. 56-49 North Quincy. A minute 30 left to go.
Yeah, great timeout by Parry as well. He got it right away before North could get the ball in. Parry's going to set the defense. and remind the boys of the clock issues. They're down 7, and they only have 16 fouls. So the next foul by Quincy will send North to the foul line 1-1. Harry's going to have to look at exercising that option if North Quincy continues to focus on burning the clock. We got 1:30 to go, so North could run the ball down to about a minute here, John, if they were to try to run the clock. And if they scored, Quincy would be in a tough position. So this is a big possession here. We'll see how the Presidents react defensively.
All right, so again, 56-49, 1:29 left to go.
Looks like Quincy's going to be man-to-man with their full court pressure.
Jackie Chen trying to get the ball in, gets it into Richardson, trapped in the corner, and a foul is called.
All right, so Quincy opted to foul right away. They're going to make North hit foul shots here. North's going to be in the 1-1 now. Because the lead's at 7, John, good decision by Perry. That's just, that's really 3 possessions, so there was not enough time. Good decision. We'll see if the Red Raiders hit the foul shots. And Solomon Umorin, who hit a back-breaking 3 earlier in this quarter, he has been the man for the Red Raiders, John. He hits both ends of the 1-1.
2 big free throws for Umorin.
That's 7 points in this fourth quarter for Solomon. North switching defenses again. They're in the man-to-man.
Callahan looking for something. 1:16 left to go in the game. Brendan Cunningham, tight defense against Richardson. Or excuse me, Richardson against tight defense against Cunningham. Drew Myers straightaway 3. No good. Goes into the hands of Callahan. And they're going to call Green for the foul. Tough foul there on Anthony Green. Looked like he might have got the ball. And they're going to say he came over the top a little bit.
That's his 3rd. We're at a minute, so that's less of a factor. Christian Callahan, who had a monster first half for the Presidents, looking now to contribute here at an important juncture in the ball game.
Now Girakis will check back into the ball game for Solomon Umorin.
Callahan, that was his 15th point, John. Terrific job by Christian. He's a senior. This is the biggest game probably of his life, and he has really shown up tonight and played terrifically. Sticks them both. Leads at 7.
North gets it in. Under a minute to go in the ball game now. Anthony Green gets the ball, and nice foul there by Colin Evans. Evans thought he had all ball. Tough from our angle to see what happened. Nonetheless, this clock will stop with 53.8 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that looked good from our point of view. The official was behind Colin, and what he saw was Evans reach in. It looked like he got all ball, but that's from our perspective. And Anthony Green's going to the line, shooting 2 shots.
Now Umorin checks in. Girakis will sit down.
Yeah, Umorin is just a monster defensively. Nice job by Green of collecting his composure and hitting the second shot. North staying with a man-to-man, John. What they're trying to do is pressure the Quincy shooters on the perimeter. They don't want to give up a 3.
45 seconds left to go in the ball game. 59-51. Colin Evans driving in, and he'll get fouled.
All right, what Barrett's done is he's got his players all out on the Quincy guys on the perimeter. He's taken away the 3-point shot. That's what Quincy's looking to take here because they're down 8 with 40 seconds to go. Colin Evans made a terrific decision there. Quincy had run a lot of time off the clock. He could see that there was nothing there. So a nice dribble penetration by Colin, who's an excellent foul shooter. Used to see him and the Quincy Sun all the time as a youngster at the Elks foul shooting.
Evans makes them both, 59-53.
Big foul shots, too.
Girakis is checked back in for Umorin, and a timeout was called before the ball got thrown in by Coach Kevin Barrett.
Yeah, North's got to do a little better job of inbounding. Barrett just wants to remind the boys of what he wants to see happen. That time we had 3 white shirts taken off away from the ball, and you just can't do that. So Girakis had nowhere to go with it. Good timeout by Barrett. Quincy is within reach, 2 possessions. They're down 6, John, 59-53. It's critical from the North Quincy perspective that they get the ball in and that they hit the foul shots. From the Quincy perspective, they'd love to create a turnover here and get an opportunity. North's been guarding the perimeter, so Dave Parry's got to talk to his boys about the possibility of taking to the hoop and getting a quick shot off and not looking for that three-pointer. Girakis being reminded by the official that because Quincy just scored those 2 foul shots by Evans, Girakis can move along the baseline. He can run with the ball. North's got everybody in the front court this time.
Girakis just did get it in bounds on the pass back from Richardson. Foul called. Looks like Cunningham will get called for the foul.
All right, good job by North Quincy. And Girakis is a solid foul shooter who's eager to go to the line here. One other factor here, John, is that was the 9th foul on Quincy. So the next foul, North Quincy will be shooting 2 shots. It's no longer the 1-on-1, which is a big factor. Girakis hits the front end of this one. It's going to be tough for the Presidents. They're down 6 right now. Parry got a timeout just to emphasize to the boys that with 36 seconds left, they got to be quick on the offensive end once they get this ball back. So be interesting to see how they react.
36.6 seconds left to go in the ball game. Again, 59-53, North Quincy on top. I want to remind all of our viewers, you can log on to QATV's website at www.qatv.org for program schedules, membership information, and more. So again, QATV.org.
John, just real quickly, we'll talk about in the second half, Eftham Booker, 14 points for the Raiders. In the fourth quarter, Solomon Yamorin stepping up large with 7. From the President perspective, they've had great balance all night. James Lamb, a big factor in the second half. He's had 7. 5 from Brendan Cunningham, including a big three-pointer. And Christian Callahan showing up again. He's got 8 points in the second half. Big foul shot here.
And Girakis thought he missed it, was running in for the rebound, but he goes in. In a 1-on-1 situation, so 6 to first, 60-53.
That one felt a little short to him when he released it, but he got the friendly bounce, the home bounce. And Matt Girakis with 2 huge foul shots for the Red Raiders.
All right, Umorin checks in for Girakis.
And North Quincy sticking with the perimeter, the man-to-man perimeter pressure.
Callahan driving into the paint and can't get it to go. Butka with the rebound, and he gets fouled immediately.
Yeah, and he will go to the line for 2 shots here. It's up to 10. And the look on the President's faces, they know that it's tough right now. We just had Brendan Cunningham, who's had a terrific senior season, showing great leadership, and really stepped up tonight. He walked right past our table here, and you can see he was very discouraged. He should not be after the game he played tonight, but Butka sticks to first. North Quincy stretched the lead out to 9 with 28 ticks left on the clock, John.
And make it 10, Jim. As you said, 28 seconds left to go, 63-53. Quincy's going to need some three-pointers quickly. Callahan, he gets one of them back. And Coach Parry calls a timeout for Quincy. 63-56, 20 seconds to go. 20.8 to be exactly, as you see on your screen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I'm Christian Callahan, I would announce my retirement from basketball after tonight's game and make this his final memory. Man, has he stepped up big. Both halves he's contributed, and that three-pointer puts Quincy back in the realm of the possible here. They're trailing by 7. The fact he stuck it so quickly, there's still 20 seconds left. You know that North's going to get fouled right away, so there's time here. And I'll tell you what, Christian Callahan sticks any more of those, he should call it a career.
Trying to get an update on the Newton North Needham game, and 5 seconds left. Newton North up by 3.
Wow,
that was a few moments ago, so we'll see if we can get an update with that. Actually, Newton North has won by 3. That's according to the Newton North Twitter feed.
So the winner tonight will be playing Newton North, which that's an excellent program.
Drakis gets it into Richardson. Richardson gets it up, but he's going to be fouled just before that. James Lamb with a foul.
Oh, I thought it was Callahan. It's Lamb? All right.
So Richardson goes to the line for 2. Can't get the first.
Yeah, the foul shooting woes continue for Kyle, who's had a terrific game tonight. Great leadership on the defensive end of the floor. Not bothered at all by the pressure of the Presidents. He sticks a second. He handled the ball very well and took away the pressure factor that Quincy tried to assert in this game.
Anthony Green, big rebound. He gets fouled. And that might wrap it up, Jim. 64-56. Green will go to the line for 2. Christian Callahan gets called for the foul.
Yeah, now what the Red Raiders will do. The only white shirt you see down that end of the court is the foul shooter. Barrett has told all his other players they're grouping at half court. All they're doing now is taking time off the clock. He doesn't want any fouls. He doesn't want anybody to do anything to stop that clock from running. So looks like it's going to be a nice, solid win for the Red Raiders after a terrific effort by the Quincy Presidents, who came into this gym and have done a great job tonight of challenging the Red Raiders.
Colin Evans shoots the 3. That's no good. Anthony Green gets the rebound, and that is it. It's final. 65-56 is the victory as the fans storm the court.
Yeah, a jubilant Red Raider crowd. There you go. That's a great shot there, and it shows you what sort of intensity you get when the Red Raiders and Presidents match up. This was just a terrific ball game, and I think that one of the big factors here is the fact that in the last time these two teams met, the Quincy Presidents ended the Red Raiders' undefeated season. So North Quincy was mindful of that, mindful that we were now home in our gym here, and the Red Raiders wanted to take it to the Presidents, and they did. A terrific effort by North Quincy, responding to an equally great effort by the Presidents. So we got a final score here, John, as we watch the coaches and teams shake hands of 65-56. And go ahead with some of your wrap-up.
All right, sure. Well, we'll go down the scoring real quick. Etham Butka, 23 points, back-to-back games with 23 points for Butka here tonight. Anthony Green had 19 points, also 10 rebounds for Anthony Green. Kyle Richardson, he had 9. Solomon Umorin, he had 7. Matt Drakis had 4. Jackie Chen had 3 for the Red Raiders.
Umorins, before you go to the Presidents, all of Umorin's points in the fourth quarter.
For the Presidents, Christian Callahan led the way. He had 20 points. All of them were big for the Presidents, so 20 points for Christian Callahan. JT Bain was the only other President in double figures. He had 10, along with 8 rebounds for JT Bain. Brendan Cunningham, he had 8. James Lamb and Drew Myers, they each had 7. And Colin Evans had 4 for the Presidents. So again, 65-56 is the final.
Yeah, and I can't say enough about Christian Callahan. and the effort that he made, or the effort, his output tonight, it was absolutely phenomenal what he did. Both halves contributed, not only scoring, but he was banging the boards, and he played phenomenally on defense. Remember, he was the guy covering Kyle Richardson most of the night. Richardson did not show up in the scorebook, and all that means is he took away the dribble penetration, meaning Callahan did very, very effectively. So, as I said earlier, Christian, I recommend you retire from the game because this was just a spectacular outing tonight. You should be very proud.
We mentioned Newton North won the game against Needham. They won 46-42. Was able to get that score again off the Newton North Twitter feed. So North Quincy will face Newton North for the second year in a row, Jim, in the semifinals of the Division I South playoffs, again at UMass Boston. Last year when North Quincy won, it was a little bit of a surprise upset for North Quincy, beating the Newton North Tigers to go on to the finals, but it won't be a surprise upset this year. North Quincy, the number 1 seed. Newton North is the number 5 seed. And I'm sure Newton North would like to get a little bit of revenge for last year's playoff ouster by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, at some time, maybe some Tuesday night I can show up on your show there and we can talk about this. But one of the interesting dynamics in play here that we're seeing, part of the resurgence in basketball here in Quincy, we've got all 4 programs performing marvelously, state tournament caliber teams. And at the Quincy end of the city, the south end of the city, they've got a terrific youth program, Quincy Youth Basketball. It was started by, Mo and Gail, and of course I forget their last names. And up the north end of the city, Mark Janig, I know Larry Liuzzo was part of it, but Mark Janig has been the face of Sacred Heart basketball. And these programs feeding up, Newton North and Needham, who played tonight, both play in the Metro West Youth League. There are youth leagues around now, and where you see these effective leagues, you're seeing teams come out of them playing very well at this level, the high school level. Tonight's ball game, absolutely spectacular effort by both teams, and very, very impressed. Mo and Gail Duffy, and I apologize to them. They started the program down the other end of the city, which has been terrific. But both teams played very well. I'm sure the presidents are upset, but I'll tell you what, they had a bit of an up and down season. They put it all together at the end. They beat North Quincy and ended their undefeated season. They're going to have that for the rest of their lives, these seniors. They won the Moscadelli tournament, and they came into this game tonight and really played very well. North Quincy answered that challenge. They were able to move on after a great effort, and it's going to be exciting to see how they do against Newton North, see if they can't keep a march through the tournament like they did last year, John. Yeah,
looking again on some scores online, Mansfield won their game against Brookline 63-49. So Mansfield will go on to face the winner of CM versus BC. Right now, CM is up 78-73 with about a minute left to go. So we'll see how that game pans out. But nonetheless, a fantastic game here in the city of Quincy. North Quincy will go on to face Newton North in the semifinals at UMass Boston on March 4th. So again, take a look at that information. I want to thank our cameraman, Steve Palmatier, for coming out here tonight and doing a great job. He had a tough job, Jim. There was Quincy fans all around him, as you can see on your screen, for a lot of the night, but good job by Steve to get them out of the way and get us a nice camera shot.
Yeah, Steve, you did an absolutely terrific job. We had clear shots all night, did a nice job on the Zoom. The single camera shoots are very difficult. They put a lot of pressure on our cameraman, and you did an absolutely terrific job.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here for our coverage here tonight. Again, the final score, the North Quincy Red Raiders 65 and the Quincy Presidents 56. For cameraman Steve Palmatier and for Jim Timmons, my name is Jonathan Caleri. Want to thank you for tuning into this edition of QATV Sports. We'll see you next time.